Hi, this is Tom. Welcome to my channel. I've been working on a prompt for ChatGPT to do MidJourney prompts for quite a while now. I think a couple of weeks, and it's finally working dependably enough that I'm getting close to wanting to release it. And I'm going to start out by showing some of the images that came from the from ChatGPT. So the daily theme for today is tulip, and it came up with the idea of having a tulip growing from the sidewalk, which I thought was pretty cool. So I had it run with that. Let me start with the. I'll start with the first prompts that it did for tulip, and kind of work my way up. So this is, I think, the first one here. So this is a Banksy type prompt, and I'm not sure. Canvas by Agnes Martin. So this is using different. This I thought that was kind of cute. This was comic book style, and Wes Anderson film. This was a fashion statement where it's supposed to be dressed like in a tulip. I'm not sure what this is. France, Mazarelles. I thought these were pretty cool. These were woodcut kind of tulips. Okay, I particularly like this one. Uh, this was nice too. I liked all four. I'm showing the upscales that I did. So these are the ones that I like the best from the groups I did. This looks like a Rousseau. I think it captured the style quite well. Another one, maybe Monet. What's it say? No, Degas. Okay, very nice. And Thoreau, yes. And Cezanne, that looks like to me. Maybe Monet. Yes, it says Monet. It's kind of fun to see how MidJourney will interpret these different artists. Another one for Monet, which it's kind of still, I mean, it's getting a lot better. Sometimes it really looks a lot like the given artist, but at least uh, you get a flavor. This style I liked quite a lot. I'm not familiar with this particular artist, Tom Killen, but I upscaled, I think, all four of the ones. This has a really nice perspective, really nice image. Another, this also has a nice perspective. You can see that all of these really have a nice depth to them. So that was a group of four. And I like this style very much too. This one's a little bit close up, I think. Again, a little bit too close up. Okay, so here we get to the idea of the tulip and the sidewalk. So I told it that the theme was a tulip, the daily theme. And actually what happened was it was going to do like a different theme on its own. And then they said, no, you have to include the word tulip in it. But you can choose another theme if you want, as long as you've got the word tulip in it. And so it came up with this idea to combine the two, which I thought was just absolutely incredible. So we've got this tulip and a sidewalk. So I ran with this, exploring different ways of maybe this might be my favorite one. I mean, that's looks like it's waving, but I did a bunch of these. This tulip emerging from the sidewalk. Um, these are tulips in the moonlight. So that was another thing they came up with, but um, I liked the tulip and the sidewalk, so I came back to that. So this is looks like it's Henri Cartier-Bresson. So these were some photographic ones which I asked for. So it did an enchilada ones, but did it in color. And so this was trying to do a Banksy, didn't quite work. This one did. Is this it? No, this is, sorry, Hokusai. Okay. This one worked quite well. This is a Banksy style one. And this one also, I thought this was one of my favorites. It's you get a sense of the scale with the man walking by the work. And this one I tried a couple of times. I didn't get it exactly the way I wanted. This is a 3D painting kind of idea. So the painting's on the ground and it's supposed to look three-dimensional. And sometimes these come out great. This was almost great. Maybe if I did a few more. I was trying to get it to put a boundary around it so you could see that it was a painting. But if you kind of look at it, you can see it. It looks like it could be a painting. So, the idea it's a painting on the ground. It looks like it's three-dimensional. So yeah, I think it almost pulled that off. It's not scrolling. Come on. Where are we? Scroll. Scroll, baby, scroll. Maybe, oh, that's the last one. That's why it's not scrolling. Okay, that's the end. All right. So I'll show a little bit of the script. So the way the script works is I give it the script, and then I asked it to write out each of the steps. And so the script has a number of steps telling it that each of the prompts that have 4 sentences. I have it start with a or an, and the reason for that is the MidJourney starts with imagine, and so it makes it flow nicely if it starts with imagine a or imagine an for the rest of the sentences. And then the driver is, it's usually a person, but it could be an artistic technique, but it's what gives the image its overall look. You could say if you're familiar with MidLibrary, which is where I got most of these styles from, this is what MidLibrary calls a style. And then the theme is a tube emerging from a crack in the sidewalk. And then you have required fields. So the required fields are set in JSON, which is a file type. So I'm not going to go into that. I'll do this in another video, really dig down to the nitty-gritty of this. But there's using JSON, which stands for JavaScript Object Notation, to set the rules for how to build the prompt. It's reading those rules, and then it constructs a string. So this is the beginning string that it constructs, and then from this string, it creates the prompt. And then this is the prompt, and then it dissects the prompt to create an ending string, and then compares the beginning string to the ending string to make sure that the prompt is built correctly. So that was the basic concept behind this. And since ChatGPT is, not completely like a computer program, it doesn't work 100%, but it's pretty close. So it was pretty much doing, it's quite a complex set of instructions. So it was doing a good job of capturing all the elements that I wanted. And then I have it output it in the end as JSON. And the reason for this, I can see at a glance what it's using. For the driver is Michael Gondry. Now this one is a little bit incorrect. Well, I have, it says continue generating. I didn't get the whole thing out, that's why. All right, let me find one that shows the whole thing here. Okay, so here you've got the descriptors. So descriptors are 3 kind of ideas to add interest to the prompt. So it's got bold colors and iconic imagery, contrast and visual language, hope and resistance. And this one is missing. Well, it's not really its fault because I wasn't consistent with the data that I was giving it. I don't need to go into details on this, but I'll do that in another video. I do want to show kind of the general idea. So the general idea is I give it the script. So here's the script, and then I have data that I hand to it, which is also in the form of JSON. So so here's one that's correct. It's got all the elements that I wanted it to have. It's got descriptors here. It's got the technique of impasto. It's doing a Vincent van Gogh or Van Gogh. And it's got a creative style. So it's got a lot of things, going on in this prompt, as well as this particular theme was tulips under moonlight. So that one worked. I want to give an example here of where I give it data. So here we go. So these are printmakers, and here's data. So, and a cool thing about ChatGPT is it's not like a computer program in the sense that everything has to be exactly right. Because I didn't have the format exactly right on the data, but it was close. And so I was able to work with it, and actually it interpreted it correctly, which I was impressed with, happy with to see that the way that I gave it, because I gave it a different form of data than what it had, but I gave it rules on how to handle the data, and it handled them correctly. So a couple of things I want to do before I release this script is to create a user manual that will explain, how to use it. And also it'll explain how to troubleshoot it. And then another thing I need to do is to make the data consistent. So that's probably a couple of days work to get that finalized. But I was very happy with the consistency. It's getting to be quite consistent in the way that it's formulating the prompts. And it gives you, a nice degree of variety, as you can see, using this methodology and, different looks that you can get on a theme. Well, hope you enjoyed that. And until next time, thanks for watching my channel.